Answer me this one, guys. Since when? Since when did being out of shape become a badge of honor when it comes to being successful? It's crazy. I thought I'd just jump on quickly between calls and chat about this, right? So I was speaking to one of our elite fitness clients today, and he's down south right now. He's managing a team. He's with his, other employees. He's the big man, right? Put it that way. And he's been working on his personal development like mad, getting up early, been training consistently, following his macros, his growth habits, personal development and reading, getting to bed on time, removing vices. And he's a Catholic guy as well, so he's doing a bit of Lent as well, giving up a few more things. And it came to the conclusion, right? And this is something he wouldn't even mind me speaking about as well. It's like, he always felt, despite how much of a leader he was becoming in business, how much of a level of respect he was gaining, maybe how much money he was making, the car he drove, how he was just operating across the board, would be the thing that made him happy, right? And I think safe to say, maybe let himself go a little bit along the way of pushing the business, chasing the professional pursuits, But there comes a time when you gotta go full circle with it and realise that being out of shape, right? Being out of shape and trying to be successful at the same time is only going to lead you to faceplant eventually. Because you might stack all this money in the bank. You might be respected by your colleagues in work for obviously the status or the title in which you have. You might have the check, you might have the car, you might have the luxury items in which other people from the outside looking in might deem you as successful for having. But deep down, in fucking side, guys, you know yourself, you're not aligned, you're not fulfilled, you're not inspired, you're not happy. You don't actually have a deeper mission and purpose on this world unless you have yourself in a totally complete and confident spot. And that comes down to your health, right? And we work with a lot of high performers inside the program, whether it be elite fitness, elite CEO. And what I see every single time, it's like, right, we'll put this principle in place, we'll put this training modality in place, we'll follow this, we'll do this, we put all these habits, all these systems, all these procedures, these SOPs in place for these men to follow, which will align them with a mission and purpose. But over time, once they've rinsed it, they might fade off a little bit. And the thing is, even if you're off by 1% with anything in life, you're 100% off because you're still missing. And you'll get yourself to a spot, mate. Well, dude, like, you might be leaner, you might be stronger, might be more confident, but then it'll go full circle again and you're like, right, I've fallen off the personal development, I've fallen off the things that truly make me 100% happy. Because there's no point being the CEO of being fat. There's no point of being the richest fat guy. There's no point being someone who's deeply uninspired and unhappy with their own reflection in the mirror, even if you have all the money in the world. And this is the big thing. Walk into any room, fit guy or fat guy, who's gaining more respect? The fit guy is. You step out of your car, fit guy or fat guy, who's getting more external validation? It's always going to be the fit guy. It doesn't matter what you're driving. You could literally walk into any room wearing a black H&M t-shirt, fitted if you're in shape, a pair of relaxed trousers and whatever shoes you fancy, a pair of blanks, whatever, and have so much more validation, respect, status, authority, just because people know you carry yourself with discipline, with habits. And guys, I say this all from a place, I'm never going to be hypothetical or hypocritical. And the client that I'm talking about, he will be fine with me speaking about this because he's already dropped 30 pounds of fat, he's removed the vices, he's following the fucking habits, he's doing the work right now. And internally he can now validate himself based upon his own growth habits, right? But so many other guys will put their health, their self on the back burner for so goddamn long, until they realise, you know what, they're just the richest fat guy. And you might not even be fat, you might be skinny, under muscled, whatever it may be. Just, you know, when I say the word fat, guys, it doesn't generally mean out of shape. It can just mean that you're not where you want to be. Put it that way, right? You might be under muscled, you might be overweight, you might be skinny fat, whatever category you fall into, right? But you can never outwork, you can never out succeed, you can never like outgrow personal development. You just can't. And you see so many fucking victims, so many guys say, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy. Even the richest guys sometimes say they don't have the money, but it's generally just down to a priority. You know, they just don't believe in themselves enough to invest money in themselves to actually develop, because they're scared of failing. And you know what, that's fine. If you're scared to fail, continue. Win or lose, what path you take is fucking fine with me. It really is. But for the guys that truly want to take it to the top, we have to go on that faith-driven, spiritual, 360 transformational mission, where it's mind, body, soul, energy, health, performance, everything across the board. Because if you don't have that, who really are you? You know, you're just going to be another burnt out of shape guy who succeeds from a financial component but feels completely lost with his own internal moral compass. And my friends, guys, my friends, you do not need to be like that. And I once was that. And to go back to the phrase I used earlier, hypothetical, hypocritical, I used to be this. I used to be flat out broke but be in the best shape of my life. And then I've been out of shape and had more money than I knew what to do with. I've been there. I've also, you know, tied myself to external material possessions and felt completely worthless when I have them. The thing is with these things, they last 2 fucking seconds. But see, your health, guys, your health, your energy, even doing this video, it's the last thing I want to do. But I know I've got something to say, so I'm going to say it. I'm absolutely cooked today. 5-mile run this morning at 5 AM through the heat in the hills in Bali, and then a huge strength and conditioning session in the fucking blazing sun. Macros are dialed in, but I just feel a bit off today. But I knew I had to get this message out, because there's going to be a few of you guys that watch my content every single day that I put a video out, and you're like, you know what, another one, another raw talk from Lewis. I'm going to watch this. Because there can only go so long that you continue doing what you've always done and think that something's going to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you are one of these guys that says no time, no energy, no money, whatever it is, they're all just your failed belief systems, and your excuses only sound good to you, bro. You know, you got to deep that. And when you're in this position, when you say you don't have the time, but you're in the pub 3-4 nights a week, or you don't have the money, but you're spending £300 on a 6 out of 10 Tinder date and taking her for a steak dinner, hopefully get into her pants at night and just realise that, you know what, that was a waste of money, waste of time. I felt shit doing it because I was fat and jiggly. You know, it's like always just climb the biggest mountain. And the biggest mountain, quite frankly, is always going to be yourself. And a lot of guys are scared to fucking climb the deep mountain, the big mountain, the hard fucking climb, because they know it's going to change them. And right now they're comfortable. They're comfortable with average. They may have scratched the surface of potential once or twice, but they've never taken it all the fucking way. And I'm half baked. I'm not full set. But I tell you what, I validate myself deeply on my commitment, my courage, my purpose, my mission, everything I do every single day to move the needle forward by 1% to get to where I need to be. And that's the crazy thing in all this. That is a crazy thing in all this. Like, take everything away from me, guess what? I've got me, I'll get it all back. Give me everything, guess what? I'll still be me. I'll be able to hold it. Whatever it is, anytime, any place, anywhere, when you have removed the vices in which keep you stuck. The thing is, a lot of you guys have been indoctrinated. You've almost been disciplined by the world to act a certain fucking way. I'm reading this book right now, what's it called? The four agreements. You know, and I post it on my stories. If you're not following me on social media, go head over Lewis McFarlane Coaching, follow the daily habits. But guys, it fucking blows my mind. All of you guys have been disciplined by the wrong teachings into thinking the way that you behave right now is actually okay. And it's not. It's disgusting. You know yourself you're not happy. You know yourself you're not where you want to be. But just because you've got some in the bank balance and you can maybe go on a couple of holidays a year, whatever it is, man, that's not success, because you still feel shit doing it anyway. You know, do you get that? Do you understand that? You need to go deep, man. You need to have that 360 approach. Otherwise, everything you're doing will be made redundant, because you'll just cap yourself off. Anytime you get a new novel stimulus, whether it be more money, a better job, if you can even get a better job, because again, you're going to get hired on who you are, not what you're about. Like, it's, you know, the guys that really get the big jobs are the fucking leaders in life, the studs, the creators, the best energy, the best shape. All the guys at the top are operators. Whereas right now, if you're competing for a promotion or to gain more money, guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall flat on your face, because you've not got enough self-worth installed from essentially just avoiding the work. And that's what we need to change, lads. That's what we need to change. And I used to avoid the work. I used to live the double life. I could train, I could eat well, but I would smoke a lot of drugs, take a lot of drugs on the weekend, drink, binge eat, sleep in, stay up too late, not handle my emotions correctly. Everything, time and time and time again, I would go round in that consistent shit cycle, expecting something to change if I was consistent. But if you're consistent with all the wrong things, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get all the wrong outcomes. So you need to know what the inputs are actually going to be like. You need to know what inputs create the outputs. What would have to be true for me to actually be successful in the next minute? And it's like Marcus Aurelius said, what is the next best move for me to take? And if you live your life with your heart and you can keep making the right moves, those little course corrections daily, those 1% subtle changes, you will find yourself in a completely different position every single day. You will just start thinking clearer, operating better, looking better. And guys, I say this, right, and I've been in a place where there's been years I've made no progress, but I've worked on me, and it didn't feel like I was making progress, but in reality I was laying down the foundations, the building blocks for ultimate success down the line. And I'm playing the long game with this. That's why with these YouTube videos, it's not cut, tweak, sharp, it's not about the speed, it's not about me trying to go viral, it's not about this, it's not about that. It's like, I just want to sit here with you and show you, it's like, this is real talk, real time, going in deep on something that fucking matters to me, because I hate seeing guys fall short of what they know they could achieve based upon how they now just behave, because they've been taught that way, or they feel they need to operate that way. It blows my fucking mind. Blows my fucking mind. So guys, you need to realise that true success comes from mastering yourself, self-mastery. Doubling down on the growth habits every single day. Early wake-up time, removing the vices, comparing vertically rather than horizontally. You never want to be the best of a bad bunch. Workouts daily, cardio daily, macros nailed daily, bodyweight workouts daily. Whatever you have to do daily to elevate your state, your frequency and your energy to operate at the level you know you feel proud to operate on. Because there's going to be days you just don't want to. I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, shit night's sleep, killer headache this morning. I said to myself, what would have to be true for me not to have a headache? Okay, you drink 2 litres of water, you journal, you read, you get your shoes on, you go a fucking 5-mile run. I've done that, felt incredible after no headache. Got a nice nutritious breakfast in, another training session. Now I'm back in the chateau. coaching calls, check-ins, touch points, sales, content. Like the whole day is done because I got myself right. Imagine I'd woke up late, the headache still would have been there, I would have been a bit fizzed out, I wouldn't have reflected, I would have just projected my negative energy to the world, and I would have fell into a bit of a slump and a bit of a spiral. But no, I know how to change that, and you guys need to realise that you can change anything that you want in your life in a second. Every breath you take, your whole life can change. And if you live that way, if you operate that way, guess what's going to happen? You will start course correcting your entire life to become the most successful version of yourself. Body, mind, spirit, business, finances, relationships, everything will change. Or you can continue doing what you're doing and just be coerced by the boys at the pub. Hit the nose bag, hit another pint, stay up later, have the donut. It's Fat Fridays, bro. Well, fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. Like, if you really want to be built different, you gotta start acting different. You know, if you want extraordinary results, you gotta do extraordinary things. And the thing is, in life, extraordinary things are very simple, subtle tweaks, daily habits, little actions that you do. How you hold yourself, how you dress, how you think, how you look, how you feel, the food that you eat, content you consume, all of it, guys. Fuck. Your current diet on content, the news, the food you're eating, it's all keeping you fucking fat and dumb. And you let that continue longer than it needs to, you're going to end up in a dark spot. Why do I know this? I've seen so many of my clients coming into the program off the tail end of living that way for too long, and then we need to go all in on the mindset, all in the personal development, all in the growth habits, and essentially remodel, rebuild a man in which they would admire. So they can look at themselves in the mirror, win or lose, and just be, you know what, I'm happy, I'm where I need to be. And that internal validation rather than external is where the true success lies. And that way you can just continue growing and thriving and operating on the vibrational plane and frequency in which you truly, truly feel you should want to be at. Not a need, a want, a choice. You can control that. You can be that. You can have that if you now create the person who is worthy of having that. So there we go. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Raw talk over and fucking out. Let's get it.